Okay, so here I am for interview number 3, and I am joined by someone who had a bit of a supernatural experience.
Oh, yeah. Talk about supernatural. I'll tell you what. Me and Cletus were standing in the middle of the field. We did not know what was going on. It was like, what? Oh, man.
Well, we will get to that in a minute, but first, we'd love to know who you are and what you do, and just like I've been asking everyone else, what your favourite part of Christmas dinner is.
So my name's Billy Bob. I'm a shepherd. I get to take care of all the sheep. And hi, Mom. I'm really excited to be part of this. My mom is watching this. She's gonna be real excited to see me on the TV. Oh yeah. And my favorite part of Christmas dinner, well, I tend to really love my animals, so I don't enjoy eating none of the fleshy bits because I take care of my sheep, and I don't understand why people eat them things. So my favorite part's got to be the vegetables. I kind of think that I'm probably gonna go with one of them Brussels sprout things, those little tiny green ones. Oh, them be real nice. Or you can get some collard greens as well, and then mix it up with some onions, a little bit of that's tasty.
Who cooks your Christmas dinner? Do you do it or does your mum do it?
Well, it kind of depends. I think it's kind of an all-in effort. So, like, my mom kind of takes the lead because I don't want to burn myself or nothing like that. I don't want to end up with, like, no fingers and stuff like that. And it kind of depends. If I've been out in the field and I've been working hard, she'll have stuff ready for me. But sometimes I jump in and do it as well. So it's a little bit of everything, a little bit here, a little bit of there,
That's good. Nice shared effort. So, do you want to tell us, in your own words, what happened that night?
Well, I couldn't believe it. So here's the deal. Myself, like I said, I'm Billy Bob. I was hanging out with my friend Cletus. We're both shepherds, and we kind of shepherd together sometimes, especially on the night shifts. Like, it is cold and it is lonely in the middle of the night when you're just you and the sheep. So we sometimes hang out together. Maybe we shouldn't, but we did. And we're just counting our sheep. 1, 2, 3, all the way up, and all them other things. Gotta make sure we don't lose none. And then suddenly out of like nowhere, like the sky just starts shining, starts beaming lights, and we're like, "What is that? What is that?" I was like, "Cletus, can you see it?" He said, "Of course I can see it. I'm blind. We can all see it." Now there was nobody else, just us shepherds and the sheep. And we asked the sheep if they could see it, but the sheep didn't answer us. They don't speak. But anyway, we start staring at, and then suddenly this shining light starts speaking, and it turns out it's an angel, and the angel says, "Hey y'all, shepherds," and we're like, "Uh-huh." And he's like, "Y'all okay?" And we're like, "Uh-huh." He's like, "Don't be afraid." I was like, "I ain't afraid. You afraid?" "Yeah, I'm afraid, Cletus. I'm afraid." "Are you?" He said, "An angel, we gonna die now?" And Cletus was like, "Oh, shush, Billy Bob, shush." Angel's talking, and the angel says, "Don't be afraid. We got some good news for you." And we're like, "Well, we could use some good news." We stood in the middle of the field, be cold, with the sheep. We're like, "What's the good news?" And he says, get this, he says, "There's a baby been born in Bethlehem. He's like the King of Kings. He is the Messiah. You got to go check him out." And then, as if we weren't shocked enough, like I turn to Cletus and I go, "Cletus, did he just say there's a baby born in Bethlehem? Like the baby, like the Messiah that we all been?" Whoa. I start thinking, I was really just confused about was like, we just some lonely shepherds. Like, I don't understand why the angel thought we were someone like important to talk to, but they decided the angel whoo, and the huh, and the hee, and they decided to talk to us and tell us. And I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. And if that wasn't unbelievable enough as it was, Cletus then turns around and says, "Billy Bob." And I go, "What?" He's like, "Can you hear that?" And then suddenly, this one angel becomes loads of angels, and they all start singing. They're all like there's some singing, like if me and Cletus were singing, we like, "La, la, la, la." It wasn't ugly singing like that. Like this was beautiful singing. This was like, oh my goodness singing. Like, I think they should have been on like the X Factor or Britain's Got Talent kind of singing. Like they would have won it. Like, oh my gosh, kind of singing. You know that kind of singing?
Yeah.
That kind of singing. It was so good. And then they said, we gonna celebrate, so we gonna keep on singing, but we need y'all to go see the baby, the new king, the Messiah over there in Bethlehem. And then they disappeared. And then Cletus and I were like, did that really just happen? And I said, "Pinch me." And he pinched me. I said, "Why'd you pinch me?" He said, "Well, you told me to pinch you." I was like, "Well, it's just a figure of speech," I said, but he did it anyway. But then we decided we should probably go. So we took some of our sheep and we gathered ourselves together, and then we headed out to Bethlehem. And we went to where we were told to go, and guess what?
What?
The baby was there. This beautiful, brand new little baby, just like the angel said, just like they sang about. He was there. And we were like, it's a baby, don't wake him. But it was so amazing because we was there and we was one of the first people to get to see the baby. And we couldn't believe it. Wow. I'll tell you what, had I not been there and seen it with my own 2 eyes, I'd not have believed it. But it's true. Mark my word. Oh, yes, sirree.
We believe you. It sounds
you better otherwise. Mm-hmm.
So what made you trust the angels? What made you actually go?
Well, the thing is, right? Like, so we're Jews. We believe in God and stuff. And so we know that angels kind of show up sometimes and God sends his messengers to say things. So we were normally, as you would expect, really scared. But when he starts talking about like the prophecy of the Messiah, when he starts talking about all these things, and we were like, well, it must be true. And part of me was like, I'll be honest with you. If we were just too cold and kind of imagining things in the middle of the field, we gonna show up to Bethlehem and ain't gonna be nothing to see. So if nothing else, we got ourselves moving and warmed up. A little bit of exercise never hurt nobody is what I keep on telling myself. Cletus didn't want to go for the walk, but I said, Cletus, we got to go. So Cletus and I went. And so there was just something in us. Like, how often do you have these amazing angels just show up and start singing to you? It doesn't happen to me very often. It ever happened to you? Never happened to you?
Not, no.
Exactly. When an angel shows up and starts talking to you, you go. So we went.
Good. That's great.
Man, am I glad that we went. It was awesome.
So what were your expectations when you went? Obviously, you knew it was the king, you knew it was the Messiah, but were you expecting him to be born in a stable?
Well, no. Who expects a king to be born in a stable? Did you ever see a king? We were expecting to walk up and we kind of thought the angel may have been a little bit misconfused, a little bit confused. I mean, they are coming down to like the earthly realms. They ain't used to this. They used to the beautiful up there's and the heavenlies and stuff. And so we was like, it's probably going to be some like castle in Bethlehem that we don't know about. Some like, amazing thing. But we literally showed up and they didn't even have their own space like normally. Like you would have thought maybe like there would have been a hotel room or something, nice little bath and shower. Ain't none of that. We were there surrounded by all sorts of different animals and all sorts of different things. And we were like, what's going on? But he was there. And I couldn't believe it really. But you know that little like feeling that you get in your tummy? That like little nervous excitement feeling when you know you're a part of something like amazing and you know something big's just happened, but you don't really know how to describe it. Mm-hmm. I walked into that room and I saw that there baby. And that's what I felt. I knew there was something special about him. He wasn't in a palace. He wasn't on a throne. But I was ready to call that little baby my king. Wow. And man, am I excited about what's yet to come.
That's amazing. How exciting, hey?
Oh, I'll tell you what. If you ain't excited yet, I don't know what's going to get you excited. Because the baby's born just like the angel said. Like, oh, this thing, come on now.
That's amazing. So you said that you and Cletus were just hanging out in the field. What do you normally do to get your entertainment up while you are a shepherd and you've got the long night shift and it's cold? What do you do for entertainment? Well,
we have a couple of different games we got to play. One of them is Name That Rock. Okay. We are surrounded by sheep all the time. See, some people say, oh, you just count the sheep to entertain yourself. But you know how some people count sheep and fall asleep? We can't count sheep all the time because we will. Cletus is always pushing up them snores. I'll be like, 99, 100. He's like, in the corner. I'm like, oh, yo, Cletus, wake up. Yeah, you lucky he's not here. Probably be sleeping anyway. He's probably sleeping somewhere in the stable. So no, we tend to play this game, Name That Rock, and we'll have a collection of different rocks. Then we got to name it, and there's all sorts of crazy different things we got. And then if we're near a body of water, if there's like a lake or something with us near us somewhere, we got to be careful the sheep don't drown. Mm-hmm. But if we there, we start skipping rocks and see who can skip it the farthest. I always win. Cletus is terrible.
You're quite competitive then, as a person.
I mean, I think a little bit of competition is a healthy thing, but ain't nobody gonna beat me at skipping rocks. So yes.
So you said that you were a bit shocked when the angels came, but how did you feel? You kind of touched on being a bit afraid, but can you expand more on that?
Yeah, so, I mean, like I said, we were just hanging out in the middle of the field, and suddenly the sky starts shining, and there's all sorts of crazy lights, and, angels showing up, and it's a bit of a scary experience. And I'm not sure if you've, read all of our Old Testaments, all of our scriptures, and when you read about them angels, some of them come down and they fight and stuff. And so I was like, oh no, what have I done wrong? Is he going to fight me? Is he going to pull out? I didn't want to get in no trouble with God and with no angel hurting me. I was like, God, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do nothing. I mean, there was a couple times I made some mistakes, but I sought forgiveness for them. You know what I mean? I was scared. I was like, ah! But when he told me not to be afraid, suddenly that fear just lifted it right off of me. Oh. And I felt excited. I felt happy. I felt special. Wow. Because ain't nobody ever taken the time to tell me, a little old shepherd, something this important. Like, people always go around, they tell the royalty this, and there's always the big rabbis and the celebrities. There's all those big people that are always also important and all those other things. But us little old shepherds, we get forgotten. Mm-hmm. But that angel, he made me feel special. And I remember standing there going, I don't know why, but I'm so thankful that he chose to tell me. I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit emotional.
That's all right. You can get emotional. It sounds like an amazing experience.
It was so, I wish everybody could go through what I went through with them angels, because I'll tell you what, everybody needs to feel that special sometimes.
Well, talking about angels, not a lot of people have actually ever seen an angel. So can you explain to us, what did the angels look like?
Well, I mean, it's a combination really, because there was a lot of shining bright lights, and it was one of them, like, you ever stood in front of like a whole bunch of trucks, like semis all coming at you with the beams, like, and you just like, you ever seen all them cars coming at you like that?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Okay.
But it's brighter.
Oh.
And it's crazier. And like the angels were like big and like strong. They're like, whoa. I mean, I guess it's kind of hard to describe. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to tell you that them there angels, there was something about them that you just watch them and you just like, wow.
Oh, wow.
And they were strong, and I felt, how can I say, I felt safe with them around. Like when I knew that I wasn't in trouble, when I knew that I was all good and I didn't have to be afraid of them, I was like, good, thank goodness for that. But when I got to that point, I was like, I feel safe right now. Like, I feel that, any wolf could come after my sheep or me, and we'd be all right because we got the angels with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Tiffany, that sounds amazing.
It was so good, so good.
In some versions of the Nativity, I'm sure you've seen there are plenty of different versions of it. In some of these versions, it says that you gave the baby and the mother a sheep. Is that true?
Well, like I said, we always walk around with our sheep and that kind of stuff. We walk around like we got to take care of them. Like, that's my job. You understand that? Like you can't just, like, some of us have jobs where you can just take a week off and just go off and do nothing like that. We got to be taking care of our sheep all the time. So when Cletus and I rock up, we like, well, we got to give the baby something. We got to do something, right? Like, this is the baby the angel was talking about. So, I mean, we gave what we could, but I mean, the thing is that sometimes people talk about, was it a big sheep, a small sheep? I couldn't even properly remember if it was like a big or a small. I can't even tell you. I just know that I was like, here you go, Kim, baby, because like, you's amazing. And what else can I do? And I found myself like kneeling right next to the little baby, and not just going like coochie, little baby, kneeling like that kind of kneeling, but like kneeling kind of going, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I didn't even have words. Like, I mean, some people say I'm a quiet shepherd. I don't know why they say that. I think I can talk. But anyway, some people say I'm the quiet shepherd. Cletus apparently can talk more than I can, but I don't know. But in front of that baby, I definitely was a quiet shepherd. I was like,
wow.
I know, right? Like, I couldn't believe it.
Wow, I can't picture it.
I'll tell you what. Just so real.
Well, Billy Bob, it's been amazing to meet you and to hear your side of the story. Yeah, and we hope that everyone watching has also really taken something away from this. And
well, thank you so much for having me as part of your little interview thing. Now, can I just where can I find this so that my mama can tune in later on and check it out? I'll be like, send it to it. Where
I'll send you a link.
I appreciate that. YouTube, you said. I don't quite know what that finagle thing is, but I'll find a way. I'll find a way. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for having me. And for all them people's watching, I just hope and pray that you can hear what I'm saying and you can believe that them angels showed up and they baby and Messiah. I'm just saying, y'all got to check out this little baby for yourself. They called him Emmanuel, like, God with us. I'm still not entirely sure what that means, but I know it's going to be special because that little baby, I'm not a betting man myself, but I'm just saying he gonna change the world. He gonna change. You wait. He gonna change the world.
Well, stay tuned because I actually have been given the opportunity to interview that baby, so you will see him again.
Oh my goodness! Oh, can you tell him I'm sorry I was so quiet when I met him because I was just in shock. Can you just give him a little wave for me? Tell him I say hi and then I'm sorry.
I will do that.
I was a bit shell shocked. You know, I mean, like. But just tell him that thank you, and I'm thank you.
Thank you, Billy Bob. It's been amazing. We'll see you soon.
Thank you so much. We'll see you later.
Wow, wasn't that amazing? What I loved about meeting Billy Bob was how excited he was over the story. Even just reminiscing on it got him so excited and passionate. I wonder what you're excited about this year for Christmas. Maybe you're excited about seeing family, or maybe you're excited about the food or the presents or just the fun games that you have on Christmas Day. I wonder how excited you are that this is the day we remember and celebrate Jesus' birth. So we'll be back on Wednesday where I am interviewing baby Jesus. Don't miss it. See you later. Bye.